First and foremost, all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wawakakwadash. Peace, blessings, much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth. To the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons and daughters also. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. It's over for you Edomites, man. All right? It's over for you Edomites. Now, before I go further into why, let's touch on the book of Psalms, chapter 73 and verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Who is this referring to? As you will call today, the so-called white man. They are not in trouble as other men, although things are changing. They don't have the same freedom that they once had. As this society is crumbling, so is their so-called white privilege through something known as white supremacy has caused has caused the minds of these Edomites to be inflated with pride. How are you superior to a race of people who dominate you in everything, even in their lowest state? All right? The pride of these devils are going to be brought down very soon. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is warning you through his servants, the prophets, that these things will happen. It's not a, well, maybe, well, if you stop doing this, he'll change his mind. No, the Lord is about to take you devils down. You know it, and you're mad, okay? You know it, and you're very, very angry. It bothers you. It infuriates you to know that you have men teaching this word, and through us teaching this word, there's a power behind us that's causing things to happen, like the downfall of you and your society. And you're mad, you're angry. You can have all these wicked, evil thoughts. You can, imagine some of the worst things happening unto us, but guess what? We're going to actually have our way in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to have our way. And when you get put in slavery, I'm telling you right now, you are not going to have it easy at all. Not even a little bit. Then when the Sabbath comes, your dreams are going to be plagued. You're going to be in slavery in your dreams. Then you're going to wake up back in slavery. All right. They are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men. So these devils, through white supremacy, a lot of things they may so-called get away with, but you really don't get away with it. Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has everything recorded from the very beginning up until now. All the wicked, evil things, all the wicked, evil intent, inventions that you devils thought you were slick and came up with, not even knowing the Heavenly Father, through his left-hand angels, has used you as a weapon. And you're being basically weaponized against his people, because we do come from, speaking of the Israelites, we do come from a hard-headed nation of people, but it doesn't take away we are the Lord's people. Now, seeing that you're not in trouble as other men, that's because the Lord gave you a sense of power and authority right now. It's your time. All right. But your time is soon coming to an end. And again, I'm a read and go into why, because all things are leading to the mark of the beast and World War III. All roads are leading to the mark of the beast and World War III. So let's go to the book of, what's that? Okay, let's go to Ecclesiastes, I believe, chapter 4 and verse 14. For out of prison he cometh to reign, whereas also he that is born in his kingdom becometh poor. So you devils are fallen. Here it is, it's your kingdom. And the fact that you have a lot of miserable, homeless Edomites shows that, yeah, at one time you weren't in trouble as other men, but now those things are changing. Now you're seeing poverty. Now you're seeing drug addicts. You're seeing adultery. You're seeing single parent households among you so-called white people. Okay? Joke's on you now. Ha ha ha, right? For out of prison he cometh to reign. So out of prison, Esau has come to reign. And you can find, I believe it's in the book of Revelations, chapter 20. Okay? Matter of fact, let's get that. Revelations chapter 20 and verse 1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit. And the bottomless pit is Europe. And it's also known as the bottomless pit because when you look at Europe's soil, it's damn near useless. Okay? And a great chain in his hand. And who is this speaking of? This is speaking of Yahushua. Yahushua had a great chain in his hand because Yahushua has actually been given dominion. He's the one controlling what's going on here on earth because the Heavenly Father has given him that power. Now, verse 2, and he laid hold on the dragon, the old serpent, which is called the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So that's going back into the times where the Israelites were ruling, what's known as the Dark Ages. Okay. Just like for an example, a lot of people don't realize we have a lot of history throughout the world, not just what you would call Africa. Okay. If you look on the Sardinian flag, it's a picture of a so-called black man. And guess what he's wearing? He's wearing a bandana, and it's not because he's a gangster disciple or a vice lord or a blood or a crip or nothing like that. Okay. We had history in Italy, Sicily. We had history in Spain. Okay. But anyways, let me stick to the topic here. So at one time, we actually had Esau in slavery. At one time, we were actually ruling in what was known as the Dark Ages. Now, even when you look at the Spartans, they were Israelites. Okay, they were Israelites following after Greek customs, or what you would deem as Hellenized. They were Hellenized Jews. The history that you're being told today is all you get is Malcolm X, Louis Farrakhan, Martin Luther King, right? Snoop Dogg and Tupac and whoever else. That's the type of stuff they try to feed you. But when you look in our history is pretty vast, man. There's a lot of things they're not telling us. In fact, the first slaves that came over here to America, speaking of the first Negro slaves, they didn't come out of Africa. Okay, they actually came out of Spain and Portugal. And right now, there's a big uproar because Beyonce's coming out with this country album, not knowing country music goes back to Israelites, right? When you look at cowboy boots, that goes back to Israelites in Spain. Okay, Judah in Spain. We have history in Spain. The original cowboys were Israelites. All right, but anyway, I keep getting off topic. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, speaking of Esau, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So for 1,000 years, we were ruling over these devils. Okay. And cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years shall be fulfilled. And that 1,000 years has been fulfilled. That's why they've been running loose and deceiving the world with wickedness ever since. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. And that little season is coming to an end. Okay, now let's go back to Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and 14. For out of prison he cometh to reign. So he was in prison for 1,000 years. going back to the dark ages when Israelites were in power, going back to the time of the Moors. Okay. For out of prison, he cometh to reign, whereas also he that is born in his kingdom becometh poor. So these devils are becoming poor in their own kingdom, not even knowing, not even acknowledging that World War III is a sign of your destruction. World War III is a sign that the end is nigh. Okay, and seeing how close we are to World War III, it's so close that if the Lord wanted it to happen this way, he could allow an EMP to happen, shut everything down, and then bring in the mark of the beast within a week after. And this can happen in a 2-week period, right? You thinking, oh, we gonna make it to December. The Lord can have the mark of the beast popping in 2 weeks. Okay, the grid can get shut down. Okay, then money just be worthless. The Federal Reserve be worthless, as it already really is, but really it truly becomes useless. Okay, because if the grid goes down for so long, that's going to collapse the economy. It's over. Something that simple could happen. Then in order for people to buy, sell, or trade, hey, bring in the mark. And it can happen in a snap of a finger. Seeing Esau fall, seeing Esau and his kingdom becoming poor, shows you it's over. Let's see if I can, there we go.
Notification.
So this article, I don't know what the site is, but it says 1 step away from World War III. It says, sending advanced weapons to Ukraine or stationing Western troops could heighten tensions between NATO and Russia, potentially leading to a conflict Putin likened to 1 step away from World War III. So if he's saying 1 step away from World War III, as in it's close, that shows you the mark of the beast would have to be close. If the mark of the beast is close and World War III is close, the downfall of Esau's kingdom is close. Seeing these devils become poor in their own kingdom, seeing the tables turn on these devils, it's a wrap. It's over for you devils, man. It's not going to get better for you. Speaking for the first time after Sunday's presidential election, Russian President Vladimir Putin responded to a question about the possibility of a violent conflict between Russia and the West by describing the current situation as above, stressing that everything is possible in the modern world. He argued that it would be 1 step away from a full-scale Third World War, but hardly anyone is interested in this. Putin had warned before the election that his country was technically ready for nuclear war. So what's the problem? Why are people still playing games here in America? See, what you people don't understand, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has these wicked ass people set up for the slaughter. Okay? Esau, Edom is setting you people up and you have no idea what's coming. All right? And all you Israelites who's playing games, you have no idea what's coming. You have no idea how close we are to the things that we constantly talk about. People just act as if we're going to keep on going on the streets as we've been doing, and you're going to expect to keep seeing these things until just one day you just don't see it. No, the Lord is bringing an end to this kingdom, and you devils are going to pay. You're proud, you're pompous. Matter of fact, let's get the scripture here. Psalms chapter 17 and 10. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth, they speak proudly. So these devils are proud. And with their own mouth, they speak loudly. Give me a moment. All right, Psalm 17 and 10. They are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth, they speak proudly. So these devils speak proudly. They really think they're so great. And then right before their eyes, their society is collapsing. Right before their eyes, they got Edomites becoming poor. Ecclesiastes 4:14 again. Out of prison, he cometh to reign, going back to the dark ages. Whereas also he that is born in his kingdom becometh poor. Because when you go to the curses in Deuteronomy chapter 30 in verse 7, it reads, and the Lord Yahweh, thy power, will put all these curses upon thine enemies. Guess who's one of our enemies? And guess who is our top enemy at that? Esau, the nation of Edom. Okay, they are our number one enemies. The curses are turning on them. Okay, again, they're witnessing broken households now. They're witnessing the drug addict uncle, the drug addict son, all right? The whore of a wife, the whore of a sister. They're witnessing these curses. It's turning upon them. The things that they have plotted when they had set traps for us to go through these things are now happening to them. They're the ones fumbling, and it's their kingdom. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So right before the Lord destroys your kingdom, he's going to bring you down, starting with these lower level Edomites. And then these upper Edomites who are trying to keep everybody in the dark. They're trying to figure out ways to build bunkers that can't be destroyed. They're trying to figure out ways how to hop on rocket ships and leave Earth and just forsake everybody. They have plans of trying to get out of the situation that's coming, while you lower level Edomites, you average everyday Edomites who think you're all that, they're going to leave you here high and dry, and you're going to be caught up in thermonuclear missiles if you survive all the other things that's coming. Okay? You Edomites have been proud long enough, and you don't even acknowledge your kingdom's destroyed. Now it's going to have to be manifest physically, and it's going to be literally destroyed. Okay? But people don't get it, man. People just don't get it. The Lord is going to slay you devils, man, and he's going to use one of the forms he's going to use is World War III. Let's go to Psalms 139 and 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked, O power. Depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. So the Lord is going to slay all you Edomites. Okay? And due to World War III being right around the corner, it's not going to be very long from now. You know, all you devils, you really think you all that, man. You really think you all that. The Lord got y'all. Okay? Let's go down some more. Let's see. All right, so let's read a little further down in this article. Let's see how long it is. I'll read a little bit. I'm not going to read the whole thing. So having brought up the threat of nuclear war periodically during the Russo-Ukrainian war, the Russian leader mentioned World War III due to French President Emmanuel Macron mentioning the possibility of sending NATO troops into Ukraine. Although NATO, the United States, Germany, the United Kingdom, and Italy have already rejected that idea. Macron continues to take jabs at Russia. Most recently, he said that the French army might have to stage a direct intervention if the Russian forces were to march toward Kiev or Odessa, identifying Russia as an adversary and arguing that lasting peace won't be possible without Crimea becoming a Ukrainian territory once again. And look, peace ain't coming. It's too late for peace. Okay? All the seduction that these devils have been doing here in the West, all that's running out. Vladimir Putin has constantly warned, look, I'm serious about this war. But it seems that these Americans here in Babylon, they're not taking this serious. All right? All you scoffers and scorners here in Babylon, you have no idea what you're into. You have no idea. And as I like to say, our salvation is going to come through Yahweh Shai. Y'all salvation is going to come from hiding under your tables or trying to run to a basement somewhere. Okay. Or if you happen to get, some access to some underground bunker, and then you're sharing it with a whole bunch of other assholes who's eventually still going to get it. Okay. You're still going to get it. Imagine an iron door being blasted open by huge buff, so-called black immortals ready to take the world. All right. Ready to take the world, man. Right now we're in this weak state, but things are changing right before our eyes, man. The Lord is setting things in order right before our eyes. Following his most recent visit to Berlin, the French president told reporters that a ground operation to resist the Russian forces could be necessary, despite saying that he did not desire it and would not take that initiative. It claimed that France's strength is what we can do, is that we can do it. Macron also said the following: "We must not scare ourselves. We do not face a great force. Russia is a middle power with nuclear weapons." See, you always got somebody talking shit. And see, this is the pride that's really going to get America just wiped off the face of the map. All right. When it comes to Russia, if it was the Lord's will, Russia could just take down America with drone strikes. Russia could just send a whole bunch of drones and just end it. Just drop bombs using drones. But the Lord has a more fancy way of destroying America, because you have more than Russia to think about. This goes deeper than the bear. This goes deeper than just one country. All right. All these countries with nuclear capabilities, including America's allies who are in agreement with America right now, are eventually going to turn on the whore. All right. Psalms 139:19. Surely that will slay the wicked, and thermonuclear missiles will definitely do that job, along with the laser beams from the chariots, along with many other things. O power, depart from me. O power, depart from me, therefore, ye bloody men. So yeah, get the hell away from us, man, because the Lord gonna destroy you devils. The Lord is not with y'all. All right? The Lord is a man of war, and he's setting the stage to destroy you devils, man. We closer. If there's talks of World War III, there has to be a mark of the beast being ready to be brought forth. Exodus 15:3, the Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name. The Lord is not drawing back. The Lord is intensifying things. The Lord is clearly showing that the words of the prophets, it's true. Because why? We're just speaking his words. And if we're speaking his words, what do we have to worry about? Okay. Now, a lot of Americans, they might claim to expect World War III, but through their actions, a lot of people are acting like nothing's happening. Okay. And Putin even warned the West that basically the conflict is, how did he word it? That the conflict, like I just said, that the conflict is just one step away from World War III. And Putin has pretty much shown that he's like the perfect guy to stand up for Russia. You know, he's kind of a stand-up guy for real. I believe Putin's the type of guy that when the war actually kicks off, if it be the Lord's will, he'd be the type to fight with his men like how kings used to do, like how real kings would do. You will fight with your soldiers, not send your soldiers to fight for you while you sit on the throne eating chicken nuggets. All right. Like when you look at David fought on battlefields with his men. And this is a king we're talking about who was set up to rule over Israel, who was also Peter. All right. So think about, you know, all the beautiful buildings you may see, all the nice trees in these cities, all the, you know, beautiful grass blades, you know, how the cement's done real nice in certain areas. All of this crap is going to be destroyed. Thus says Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? And the Lord is going to bring destruction in the form of World War III, ultimately, along with the chariots. Let's go to let's go to Isaiah, 42 and verse 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. So Esau's in so much trouble. Not only do you have to worry about these other nations, Yahweh Shai and the host of holy angels are going to pull up on y'all too, man. Like, you have no idea. You done pissed off the earth, and you done pissed off the outer realm, so to speak. You know, you got it coming. And Vladimir just said, hey, we're closer to World War III. How close can you get to something before eventually it's official? Before eventually, okay, it's going down. The talk is over. Now it's time for things to be settled like men. All right? You have men in power positions with nuclear capabilities, excited to see what these things can do. Just like when Jake or, you know, somebody gets a gun, they get that stupid ass spirit like, man, I dare somebody try me right now. Shit, I got the stick, just wanting to use it. Well, imagine men having nuclear capabilities. They really want to use it, but everything's on the Lord's time. You have people really thinking they're not really going to do that. They're not that stupid. You have no idea. You have men who are willing to push them buttons, but it's on the Lord's time. Okay? Hell, I'm ready to see the missiles get launched off. Okay? You think I'm the only one on earth? There are men in powerful positions who are ready, but it's based on the Lord's time. The Lord's setting things in order. The Lord is setting the stage. All right? So destruction is coming for Esau. Period. Point blank. Let me see. Let's go to Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 10 and 23. And I don't really know where I'm going with these scriptures, man. I'm just, you know, whatever the Spirit's allowing. Jeremiah 10 and 23. Oh Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not man that walketh to direct his steps. So as much as, you know, they're trying to delay this war, speaking of the West, you know, as much as the West is trying to play games and a lot of downplay is being shown towards Russia, as if Russia ain't about that, as if Russia's not capable of destroying America on their own, not knowing how hardened the Russian soldiers are compared to these American soldiers. But yet the pompous of these devils here, which the Russians, you know, just like America, it's a collection of people there. It's not just so-called Edomites there. Okay. But nevertheless, you have a lot of Edomites in Russia in power positions going against Esau. And if Satan goes against Satan, how can his kingdom stand? It can't stand. Okay. There's no way that his kingdom can stand, seeing that we're getting closer and closer to the war. We're getting closer and closer to the mark of the beast first. The mark of the beast will come first. Okay. Which will soon bring in the missiles and airplanes, you know, flying in full speed, and military tanks. And, you know, when things get serious, man, when things get real serious. But we're in World War III right now, though. Oh Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. That's why Putin's taking chances. That's why he in the spirit of like, shoot, what you gonna do, man? We ready. We pretty much confident enough to like push the limit. You know? He's flexing. Why? because the Lord is really sharpening his sword. The Lord is really showing these crazy Americans, man, it's almost over. It's almost over. Thus said the Lord. All right. Let's go to, I might want to bring out one more, but let's go to Romans. The Lord is setting you devils up for the kill. This is Romans chapter 12 and 19. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. You have a lot of our people, getting mad saying, what do you mean wait on the Lord? I ain't got time to wait on the Lord. If somebody do such and such to me and my family, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Of course, if somebody tries you up front, you handle your business, man. But we not picking up arms and saying, you know what? We're going to take down the government. We ain't doing none of that kind of stuff, man. We waiting on Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. But we understand the Lord can do far more than what we can do anyway, and flawlessly. The Lord can do whatever we want to do and not get hurt, not get killed, right? We try to avenge ourselves. How far is it going to go before it's over for us? Why? Because we're flesh and blood. All right. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. Why? We're in the season of World War III. Wrath is coming soon. Just hold on. For it is written, vengeance is mine. I will repay, saith the Lord. That's why he's stirring up World War III, because he's about to repay. Don't you get it? You people on the sideline, don't you get it? Don't you get it? No, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. You don't got the truth. No one listens to you. That's totally fine. You're not going to be listening to me because the internet's going to be shut down. All right. So that might be a good place to close it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's it. I pretty much hit that point. So I'm going to go on ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to give all thanks and praises unto our power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Warakakwadah Shalom.